back to my channel. Good morning and all the rest of the jazz. So I wanted to bring to you today 5 different tips that you can use when socializing starts to increase and the laws start to lift a little bit and things start to go back to a little bit more normal and you're just not completely on your own and you don't have all the time in the world to focus on yourself, that you don't feel like you have to choose between having a life and socializing and having fun and seeing your friends and your health and fitness goals. So they can come together and it can work together in a little mushy ball thing that I'm doing with my hands. All right, that's enough of an intro. Let's get straight into it with tip number 1, and that is to make sure you're always bringing something to social gatherings. So basically what I mean with this tip is making sure that you're always bringing something that you know you're gonna be able to eat. So there is nothing worse than rocking up somewhere and there either A, is no catering when you thought there was, B, there's only junk food and there's no even slightly healthy option, or C, which I fall into a lot now that I've gone plant-based, you rock up and everything has meat in it and you're like, what am I gonna eat? So making sure that you're bringing something to these gatherings that you know you're going to be able to eat is going to completely eliminate that whole problem. And also with this tip, be smart. Like if you are going to a friend's house and you know they're all ordering Domino's, don't rock up with rice, chicken and broccoli. Like you're gonna be looking at your meal and then you're gonna look over at their pizza and you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, what am I doing with my life? So if they're having Domino's, then how about you make a healthy spaghetti bolognese that you can bring? Or how about you make a healthy homemade pizza? Because the thing is, you don't have to eat super clean all the time to be healthy and to achieve your results. You just have to not eat absolute garbage all the time. So be smart with it, bring something and think about your temptations and how you're going to settle those cravings. Moving on to tip number 2, which is basically in conjunction with tip number 1, and that is to make sure that you're walking into any social gatherings with a plan and you're being prepared and you know your weaknesses. So like I was just saying, if you're walking into a friend's house, find out what they're cooking. Find out if you're gonna have to come up with another alternative. Think about what that other alternative is gonna be and cook it way before it needs to be cooked. So you're not all of a sudden like, well, don't have time, out the door. Like be smart when you're planning these things. And the second part of that is know your weaknesses. So for me, I'm about to go up and see my family and spend the night with them, celebrate my brother's birthday. They're pretty healthy anyway, so I don't really have many temptations there. But for me, where I always derail with birthdays, it's the birthday cake. It's the dessert. Because you get to that part of the night and everyone's singing and then there's this delicious cake and you're just like, I want this, I want my fitness goal, I want to like shred for summer, but I want the cake, I want my life, I want to enjoy that deliciousness. So once again, be smart, offer to make the cake. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I have offered to make the cake, I'm gonna bring it up, and then not only when like the cake comes out, you're gonna have a slice, but when they're like, who wants seconds? You're like, I do, because I know what's in it and I know it's healthy and I know I can afford 2 slices. Because 2 slices of cake equals a happy life, people. So that's enough for my tips now. I'm going to show you the cake that I'm making for tonight because people, we are running out of setting time. So yeah, the cake that I'm planning on doing is like a raw vegan caramel slice with like a macadamia white chocolate topping. Will be vegan except it's got honey in it, so if you are proper vegan, just swap out the honey for rice malt syrup. But yeah, all right, let's get into it. For the base, get yourself a blender. I'm gonna go a cup of almonds, a cup of coconut flakes. All right, you're gonna get yourself some medjool dates. We're gonna be using 3 of them today, so we're just gonna de-kit it. Heaped tablespoon of honey. All right, then you're gonna do a heaped tablespoon of coconut oil. You about like that much? A little sprinkle of pink salt. And then we're gonna blend this bad boy up. Raw buckwheat, just for a bit more of a crunch. What was that? Probably a tablespoon? I'm gonna go with a tablespoon. All right, get yourself a tray and some spray coconut oil. Once it's sprayed, you just wanna chuck in the mixture. Okay, and that is our base. We're gonna put it in the fridge to start setting while we prep the next layer. So this is gonna be the caramel filling. We're gonna go a cup of macadamias. We're gonna go a cup and a half of medjool dates, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. All right, I changed my mind. We're gonna go with 11 medjool dates. Half a cup of the coconut flakes again. Yes, 2.5 heaped tablespoons. Tablespoon of honey. A little bit more salt. Yeah, about a heaped tablespoon of coconut cream. So yeah, I've just filled it about halfway with water. I'll add some more if it gets a bit tough and not mixing. All right, get your base back out of the fridge. Then we're just gonna smooth this bad boy out. So there you go. All right, back in the fridge. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the macadamias. We're gonna go 2 cups. And then we're gonna get our coconut cream. And we're gonna go 2 heaped tablespoons. So 1, 2 and a half. 2.5 tablespoons. So it probably works out to be 3 normal tablespoons. I don't know, I just like working in heaped tablespoons. Next one we're gonna do is we're gonna get a tablespoon of honey. I'm gonna do half a cup of coconut flakes. All right, and blend her up. All right, she's gonna blend, so I'm gonna add the tiniest bit of almonds and coconut milk. Like literally a dash. So I'm just going for the consistency right now. And that is the final product. I would have liked to get it a little bit more smooth, but I am running really, really short on time, so not gonna happen. If you do make this cake, try and make it the night before so it has an overnight to set. I'm probably gonna have to chuck it in the freezer for a little bit. I might chuck it in the freezer for an hour and a half and then into the fridge, because I gotta go in like 3 hours. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly clean up and then get my overnight bag ready for my parents, and then I'll see you back for tip number 3 really soon. So we're all packed and ready to go, but before I jump in the car, I just wanted to quickly bring to you tip number 3 and tip number 4. So getting straight into it with tip number 3, and that is to just be honest, tell your loved ones why you're doing something and explain why you're doing it and why it's important to you. So basically, if you don't tell your partner, your friends, your family why you're trying to achieve this thing, it doesn't make sense to them, and therefore they have no way to support you even if they wanted to. So a lot of the time, it's just gonna make your life so much easier if you just sit them down and have that chat and say, look, I wanna lose that weight. I wanna put on that muscle. I wanna sleep better. I wanna clear up my skin. I wanna fix my mindset. I wanna whatever it is, and therefore, I'm not gonna drink for this period of time. I'm not gonna go Macca's with you. I might not be able to come out every single gathering because I'm prioritizing my sleep. And basically, then you just wanna tell them why that's important to you. So I wanna do that because I wanna feel more confident. I wanna do that because I wanna have more energy. I wanna do that because I'm sick of feeling this way. Whatever it is, so then they understand, okay, like I'm not gonna be hard on Amy. I'm not gonna pressure her to drink because she's doing an 8-week challenge where she's trying to change her body. And they then see, okay, this is what's happening. This is how I need to support them. They're achieving results. I'm happy for them, because a lot of the time as well, what we don't realize is all our loved ones ever want is the best for us. They just want us to grow and succeed and live the best life we possibly can. So a lot of the time, if you just open up, even if you're scared to tell them whatever your goal is, if you just open up, there's not going to be that barrier there anymore, because they're going to be like, yeah, girl, we support you 110%. So just being honest is just going to make a world of difference, especially when you're gathering with people and you're in that kind of environment. So tip number 4 kind of goes really in conjunction with that tip, and that is to have a why. So just saying, I want to lose weight. It has no pull. It has no effect on you necessarily. So it's kind of like, you might want to lose weight, but things get tough and there's nothing pulling you to keep you on track. So you need to make sure that you've got a goal that actually resonates with you. So for example, I want to lose weight because I want to fit into that dress on my wedding day. I want to sleep better so I can decrease my coffee intake and my anxiety can go down. I want to put on that muscle because I want to better myself and I don't want to be weak anymore. Whatever it is, it needs to be something that's stronger than just, I kind of want this. So then on the days when it's raining, when it's cold, when everyone else is having that cheat meal, but you had one yesterday, so you can't have it. Like, whenever there's that moment where all you want to do is quit, there's something to pull you back on track and say, no, I deserve what I want. This is why I want it. This is more important to me. And so yeah, those two together are like my little superstars. Making sure people know, and also knowing why yourself is just gonna make a world of difference with any result you're trying to achieve, fitness and health or lifestyle in general. But yeah, anyway, I need to get in the car. I'll see you guys soon when you get to meet my family.
But this is different. Your heart is certain to find some self-comfort. So find a way to
So it's officially the next day. I was planning on filming a little bit more when I was up with my parents, but every time I pulled out my camera, it just got a little bit awkward because they're not used to being in front of a camera like I've started to become accustomed to. And yeah, I didn't want to take away the light from my brother's birthday, and I just wanted to spend that time with my family. So I figured I'd just put my camera away and then talk to you guys the next day, which is today, and basically give you my last tip and wrap up this video. So let's get straight into it. My final tip, tip number 5, and that is to know when to eat the cake. And obviously this is a metaphor, but what I mean by this is I think it's very important to know when to just give yourself that break and just have whatever you want to have. So all of the tips I've given you so far have been to be a bit more strict and stay on top of it and not really cut yourself some slack, because especially when we all start seeing people again and you're seeing everyone Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can't have both, and you do need to find that balance. So that's why I gave you my previous tips. But with this tip, it's important to just know when to just, yeah, have that piece of cake, have a donut, have a glass of wine, drink the whole bottle of wine. Because at the end of the day, if you're not taking those small moments and those moments with your family and your friends to actually enjoy yourself and just let loose and not think about anything else, you're gonna lose your motivation to keep going, because no one can stay strict like that for that long, and then you're going to start resenting the whole process and trying to be healthier because you're never giving yourself that option. And the other thing with that is then you're most likely going to end up binging at some point and really creating a negative mindset in regards to food and really having a bad food relationship. So yeah, I think as much as it's important to know when you should stand your ground, you should eat healthy, you maybe shouldn't go out drinking for the 5th night in a row. But I think it is also important to remember when to just say, scratch the diet, scratch my eating, let's go and have the biggest cheat meal and flush it down with the largest cocktail you've seen. So yeah, anyway, that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys did like it and did get some joy and entertainment and value out of it. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because it'll definitely support my channel, and I really do appreciate it. And feel free to comment below what tips you guys use to stay on track when being around friends and family, because I'd love to know that as well. Anyway, I hope you're having a beautiful morning or night whenever you're watching this, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video really soon. Bye guys.